If I could shake every single person on earth by the shoulder and tell them one specific thing about how to get everything you've ever wanted out of life, it might be this. You need to understand that freedom and discipline are only opposites because they are completely linked. They are connected. Everything in the universe is connected, and freedom and discipline create each other. Just like light creates darkness, life creates death, and east creates west. Because of the fact that everything is connected, it's true that literally everything you do matters, which, by the way, is the literal definition of having a meaningful life, that everything you do matters, even if it doesn't always feel like that's true. This video is about freedom, and it's about discipline and how they create and inform each other, how they work together to help you get everything you ever wanted in life and live a life with no regrets. Another hugely important statement that needs to be tattooed on your brain if you're going to achieve success and fulfillment is that easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life. Understanding this puts you ahead of literally 98% of the people on this planet who will always take the easy way out. They take the easy way because they believe that it saves them from experiencing pain and frustration, and they don't realize that that pain and frustration is gathering strength, and it's going to hit them harder and faster later on. Most people think that motivation is magically going to come save them. They think they need to be motivated to do something in order to do it, when that's the furthest thing from the truth. Winners act in anticipation of motivation ahead of time, knowing that the motivation will usually show up after they get started. Sometimes it won't show up. Winners know that too, and then they act anyway. To illustrate my point, here's a story about two individuals. I made them up, they don't exist, but they exist everywhere. You may even recognize, aspects of yourself in one of them. Both of these individuals are dissatisfied in some way with how their bodies look in the mirror. The first individual, the free man, can't understand why the disciplined man would subject himself to such a ridiculously harsh training regimen, complete with heavy barbell squats, relentless sets of pull-ups, hours and hours on the treadmill, and more punishment. The free man says, that must suck to have to track all your calories like that and miss your favorite shows that come on after 10 p.m. and all the rest of it. I don't want your life, that's for sure. The free man gets to do whatever the hell he wants. He stays up binge watching Netflix specials and skips 365 workouts a year. He's free to live it up, to live as he pleases, to party it up. You're smart enough to know where this is all leading, and it's nowhere that you want to be. The free man will get older, he will get sick, he will be stuck in his same dead-end job, and he will be dating the same losers, if he can even get a date at all. This is the fate of the free man who neglected to follow the example of the disciplined man who now has all the freedom he can imagine. The freedom to date the most attractive people in the world. The freedom to jump on a plane in the middle of the afternoon and head to Greece just because he feels like it. The freedom to move pain-free with speed and agility when other people his age are breaking down physically. This is true freedom. This is what a life of hard choices will gift you. Sadly, this is not most people's reality. Far from it. In fact, if you adopt this approach to life, the disciplined approach to life, you will advance so much further ahead than most people that you won't even seem real. You'll seem untouchable, your lifestyle unattainable, your freedom out of reach. But it's only because you heeded the advice of the disciplined man and made the hard choices that were leading you to the easy life that you desired all along. Look, most people have less money than they want, fewer dates than they want, fewer options than they want. They're less happy than they want to be, they have less energy than they want to have, and less freedom than they desire because they are undisciplined. This is the key to everything. This is what unlocks a life of limitless adventure and freedom and vitality. This is what helps you come alive. You need to declare martial law on your own mind. That's how you become free in this world. That's what the majority of people fail to understand. You and I need to understand the wise yet demanding words of the US Navy SEAL Jocko Willink when he says, impose what you want on your brain. Discipline, power, positivity, will, and use that mind control to move your life where you want it to be. Stronger, faster, smarter, quicker, friendlier, more helpful, more driven. Don't let your mind control you. Control your mind, and then you can set it free. So no, you don't actually want to be free. You want to accomplish your goals, to get what you want. And this requires temporarily restricting your freedom with high levels of discipline and deprivation. It's the very presence of limits that ensures your own mental freedom. Unlimited freedom, by contrast, would be terribly disorienting, and you would never be able to zero in on what does add meaning and structure to your life. Discipline and freedom work together to help you create the kind of life you want for yourself, and it's only when one tries to completely suppress the other that your life gets out of balance. Too much discipline and structure would be stifling, and with too much freedom, you'd never be able to focus on anything important. The answer is to embrace self-discipline as your friend and see it as just as important as your personal freedom, as necessary to your freedom. Everything you want is on the other side of ruthless, relentless, reliable discipline, which is why you need to get this handled now. The greater your discipline now, the greater your freedom later. You can either discipline yourself now or remain chained to your circumstances later on in life. Control yourself now or be controlled by other people, by life itself later. You think disciplining yourself is hard? Wait until you give up your agency to other people and outside events. Discipline yourself now or become a slave later. Discipline yourself while it's still under your control, or wait until it's not your choice later on. Those are your only two options. Only you can give yourself any real freedom. Light and dark, pleasure and pain, success and failure, happiness or everlasting regret. The choice is yours, for now. I'm not usually such a serious person, but I feel very strongly about this because I know the transformational power that it's worked in my own life. Being disciplined with about the things that I care about, the things that I really want in life, as opposed to sort of chasing everything that I want now, is the thing that's made the most difference. I mean, it's how I was able to develop the physique that I have, read 1,000+ books, build my business, all of these things in my life, all the freedom that I have now has been the result of the relentless discipline that I've applied over the last 10 years. And this doesn't happen overnight. Like watching a YouTube video and sharing it with all your friends doesn't automatically make you disciplined. Like you're gonna fail, or you're gonna fall down at least once, probably once a day, but you just fall down a little less each day. Like 10 years ago, I was not this disciplined. 6 months ago, I wasn't as dialed in as I am now. You get better over time, and yeah. Okay, so for one thing, I'd love it if you came back to this channel for more videos like this. I would love to have you around. I also have a weekly newsletter that I send out with my best book recommendations. So that's called The Reading Life, and that and more is in the video description. But besides that, if you want to go even deeper into the topic of discipline and obsession, you're going to want to watch this video right here, which is one of my favorites that I've made so far. I think it's pretty good, but it's all about obsession and how to apply that again in order to get every single thing that you ever wanted. Discipline plus obsession, and you're basically unstoppable. But I'll see you next time for the next video, and hey, happy reading.
I don't waste time, no, I make time. All these people wanna hate, fine, I'ma make mine. While you sitting there complaining, I'll be training. While you sitting there just waiting, I'm creating. Yeah, sometimes I think that